The outcast's heart Zara crouched behind the metal crates at the edge of the trading station, watching the other Kalari females gather water from the central well. Their scales shimmered in beautiful patterns of blue and silver while hers remained a dull gray-brown. Her body was smaller and thinner than theirs without the curves that males found attractive. She had been found as an infant in the ruins of a destroyed ship with no family to claim her. The orphanage raised her but always reminded her that she was different, broken somehow. The caretakers whispered that perhaps her mother had been exposed to radiation or toxins during pregnancy. Now, at 20 cycles old, Zara worked cleaning the docking bays where alien ships landed. It was lonely work, but it kept her fed. The other Kalari avoided her, and no male had ever shown interest in mating. During the recent bonding season, she had watched from afar as her peers were chosen one by one. The sound of heavy boots made her look up. A tall figure in a dark blue uniform approached carrying a toolkit. Captain Lisa Morgan of the human vessel Phoenix had arrived for her weekly supply run. Unlike most aliens who barely noticed Zara, the human always nodded politely and sometimes even smiled. Lisa had short brown hair and kind green eyes. Her species was still new to this part of the galaxy, having only made contact 5 years ago. The humans were considered strange by most aliens because they formed emotional bonds rather than just practical mating arrangements. As Lisa passed by, she noticed Zara hiding behind the crates and stopped. "Hey there," Lisa said softly. "You work in the docking bay, right? I have seen you cleaning near my ship." Zara nodded but could not speak. Her throat felt tight with surprise that someone was actually talking to her. "I am Lisa." The human continued. "What is your name?" "Zara," she whispered. "That is a beautiful name." Lisa smiled. "I have been meaning to ask, do you know much about Kalari technology? My ship has been having some issues with the environmental systems, and I heard your people are experts with atmospheric processors." Zara blinked in shock. No one had ever asked for her help with anything technical. The Kalari had always treated her as if she was too damaged to understand complex systems. I might know something," Zara said carefully. "I studied the old texts in the orphanage when I was young. The caretakers said it would help me find work. Would you be willing to take a look?" Lisa asked. "I can pay you for your time." For the first time in her life, Zara felt useful. She followed Lisa to the Phoenix and was amazed by the human ship. It was smaller than Kalari vessels, but felt warmer somehow with soft lighting and plants growing in small containers. As Zara examined the atmospheric systems, she found herself explaining the problems and solutions in detail. Lisa listened intently and asked thoughtful questions that showed she understood the technical aspects. "You are incredibly knowledgeable," Lisa said when Zara finished the repairs. "How did you learn all this?" Zara felt her scales flush darker with embarrassment. "I read everything I could find. The other Kalari said I was wasting time with books instead of trying to make myself more attractive to males, but reading was the only thing that made me feel less alone." Lisa was quiet for a moment, then said, "On my world, we believe that knowledge and kindness are the most attractive qualities a person can have. You have both in abundance." Over the following weeks, Lisa made excuses to visit the station more often. She would bring Zara small gifts like books about human technology and strange foods from Earth. They would sit together in the Phoenix, talking about everything from stellar navigation to philosophy. Zara learned that Lisa had also felt like an outsider growing up. She had been more interested in engines and star charts than the things other human girls her age cared about. Her family had supported her dream of becoming a space captain, but many others had questioned whether a woman could handle such responsibilities. "I understand what it feels like to be seen as different," Lisa told her one evening as they shared a meal, "but different does not mean wrong or broken. It just means you see the world in your own way." The friendship deepened into something more when pirates attacked a civilian transport near the station. While the Kalari security forces prepared their slow response, Lisa immediately launched the Phoenix to help with the rescue. "I need someone who understands both human and Kalari systems," Lisa said to Zara. "Will you come with me?" Without hesitation, Zara joined the rescue mission, Her knowledge of alien technology proved crucial in safely extracting survivors from the damaged ship. As they worked together in the chaos of emergency repairs, Zara realized that Lisa saw her not as a flawed Kalari, but as a capable partner when they returned. To the station, the other Kalari looked at Zara with new respect but also confusion. How had the outcast female impressed the human captain? That night, Lisa found Zara at their usual meeting spot behind the docking bay. "I have something to tell you," Lisa said, taking Zara's smaller hands in hers. "My mission here is ending soon. Command wants me to return to Earth." Zara felt her heart sink. She had finally found someone who cared about her, and now Lisa was leaving. But Lisa continued, "I spoke to my superiors about expanding human presence in this sector. They approved my request to establish a permanent research station here. I would be in charge of human-alien relations." "What does that mean?" Zara asked, though she hardly dared hope. "It means I am staying," Lisa said. "And I was hoping you might consider staying with me. Not just as a colleague, but as something more. I know our species are different, but I care about you, Zara, more than I have ever cared about anyone." Zara could not speak. She had spent her entire life believing no one would ever want her. Now this amazing human was offering not just love, but partnership. "Yes," she whispered, then louder. "Yes, I want to be with you." As they held each other under the station's artificial stars, Zara realized that being different had not been her weakness but her strength. It had led her to knowledge, to independence, and finally to love, with someone who valued her mind as much as her heart. The other Kalari never did understand her choice to bond with the human. But Zara no longer cared what they thought. She had found her home in Lisa's arms, and her purpose working alongside her to build bridges between their peoples. Sometimes the greatest love comes not from those who see you as you are supposed to be, but from those who see you exactly as you are and find that beautiful.